What's happening, guys? Well, I know it's been a little bit, but hopefully I'll be coming back one point here with some fresh videos, some new fishing adventures, me and my little partner, or just me, or whatever, but hopefully getting on the water. Yeah, I had some computer issues and so forth, but hopefully got those all ironed out. And what I wanted to show you today was, I like making baits almost as much as I like fishing. I'll be honest with you, the more I make them, the funner it becomes. So what I want to talk about today was making swimming senkos. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of that, and doing it really cheap, as a matter of fact. What I have right here, you guys see that, and you'll see some more of it. This is a silicone mold that I got off of Craft. Now, you're not going to make, well, you may be able to, if you're in the business of wanting to sell baits. First of all, you couldn't make enough money because you got to hand pour these. The second of all, it's not going to be refined like it is, and I'll show you that as I go on, like it is at a store. This, since you have the one upside, you're going to have a little flash. It just depends on how good you are at pouring, but you can get good at it. So let me go ahead and heat up some plastic. I'm not going to show you guys all that. What I have here, though, is just a little bit of, I like to, when I get some leftover stuff, I like to use it for this. I don't know if you've ever used the swimming senko. I know everybody's, hard on the regular stick senkos, but these swimming senkos, if you haven't used them, you owe it to yourself to give it a try. You can find them there in the stores. I used those way before I even used the stick senkos, and I tell you what, I kind of like them. So let me go ahead and get this heated up, get the camera in place for this, and I'll show you guys how I hand pour it. Oh, I think this mold too, by the way, not much, 10, 11 bucks, I think. So if you buy 5 of them, it's cheaper. So if you wanted to make them like that, you could. But let me just show you a few things you had to look out that you're going to notice when you see it. Let me get it. Hopefully it'll zoom in here. I don't know if you'll be able to see that, but right there along the edges, sometimes you just see like a little bit of rituals. The edge is not exactly perfect. It's actually pretty darn good, but it's not perfect. But what I'll do is let me see that. If you go to get this mold, you're going to want to type in that number, because the pictures on Craft are horrible. You can't tell one from the other. So yes, let me get this mixed up and let's get rocking. Alright guys, I got my soup here, my pea green. Got it to a nice consistency there. Now one thing about hand pouring, it takes a little practice, especially depending on what you're pouring. Like this right here. I got a pretty small thing to go in, but just take your time. That's why, like I say, you're not going to make a production bait company out of this, that's for sure. But you just don't want to pour too quick. In this senko, there are a couple of little tiny crevices that really can get over full quick. And all you're going to do is, you really probably wouldn't even have to trim it. Just depends on your, how much you care about that kind of thing. I particularly don't think the fish, I hate these gloves. I got to get my other gloves back. I put them somewhere. I can't pour with this hardly. So basically, it's something you want to take your time doing. Like I say, you're not, oh my gosh. That doesn't help when a cat, Roxy, what do you, listen. You dang ignoramus. Get down. Well, that makes it a little bit more difficult, trying to pour around a cat. Come on, you fat whale. Let me get something to eat. That's what she wants. Well, I went and fed the fat cat. Hey, I may have just invented a new lure with her. Check it out. or maybe not. We'll go back to the drawing board. Alright guys, I'll try pouring this again. I gave Roxy some food, so hopefully she'll be out of the way for a bit. She'll probably scarf it down pretty quick and come in and see what I'm doing again. She'll definitely let me know when she's hungry. Which I guess if I was a cat, I'd do the same thing. I put too much on there. That's okay. That's an easy trim off. If you want to trim it, like I say. I'm out of practice. I tell you, I started using these a lot as I went into injector. But, you know, the ejector's a little bit more involved. You actually get a little bit more, I really wouldn't call it waste, because even when you get down to where you can't inject a mold, you can always mix it with some other colors like I've done, you know, before. And come up with something cool. It's definitely going to be, more than likely that is, a one-of-a-kind color when you use a bunch of leftover pieces. That pour didn't get too bad. So we'll let that dry, and I'll pull it out, and I'll show you guys what you got. I probably can pull these out now. Yeah, they're good. See, I got a lot of flash on that one. You guys can see that. Hopefully it's focusing in nice. But the worm itself, as far as swimming senko goes, I mean, it's not bad. I'll let that cure better, and I'll go ahead and yeah, that was not bad. A little bit of flash on there. Not much of anything though, really. I mean, is it a perfect store-bought worm? No. But I'll take the price savings any day. Let me just show you a few more of the colors I made. So there you go, guys. I mean, these are some ones I made. A little bit of flash on that one. I haven't cleaned off none of the flash on these. These ones are actually really fully salted too. They'll throw a mile. And the plastic's pretty tough. I definitely don't have to worry about it. So there you go, guys. You can see, if you look down there, you see a little bit of flash. But really, that's not bad. And that didn't take no plastic. So there it is, guys. The Lurecraft Swimming Senko silicone mold. Now, I have found this in the CNC mold, but it's 160 bucks. Now, that's a lot of dang worms. And it'll put out, it's not quite the same. It's pretty close. It's a generic model of the Gary Yamamoto Swimming Senko. But this one actually is just as good. Get you 2 or 3 of these if you want to make you some. You could get started with this mold, and you know, a few colors and some plastic for probably, I don't know, 35, 40 bucks. And you can make yourself a heck of a lot of worms, more than 40 bucks worth. And then, you know, the more you got the molds, you keep doing it. There you go. So, thanks a lot for watching. Hope you learned a little bit, or is informative to you. Hey, if you have something you'd like to see me make, you got a mold out there, like, man, I'd like to see that made or whatever, put it down in the description box. Also, I'll be coming back with some more unboxings, some more lure making, bait making like this. If you guys like it, you know what to do. Thumbs up. And until next time, be fishing.